What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We back. This time, y'all, we got a good one. We got a good one. We got Chiraqs' most evil backdoor females. So y'all already know this shit finna be on some old slithering snake ass shit. So shit, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to guess what I think they done did. It's backdoor activity, so we already know what type of time they on as far as the plays, all that, what they did, all that, the specifics. I don't know. We finna find out exactly what they did. Um, I don't know, y'all. Let's get into it, man. Let's go ahead and get into it, dog, and see what the fuck they talking about.
Sometimes the people we trust the most are the ones we should fear. In a city like Chicago, you can't trust anyone.
Listen.
Just because a girl has a pretty face
You
doesn't mean
already
there's not
started
a
out on
demon
one,
living
dog.
within her. In today's
Already.
video, we'll be breaking down 3 wild stories
Demon.
of women that betrayed the trust of the men in their lives and set them up to be killed. But before we get into the video,
See, I couldn't
please
even
be sure
fuck
to
with no
like
shit
and
like that, bro.
subscribe.
Like, you got a whole tattoo down the middle of your damn nostril. Be like, what the fuck going on?
Our first story covers a woman named
Eupora.
Eupora Jackson. Eupora was from Chicago, Illinois,
Jackson.
more specifically the Englewood neighborhood. She was a shady character and would steal from people.
Inglewood.
One day,
Do your
she stole
own
from the
work
wrong
on
person.
Inglewood.
Eupora stole a gun from a man, and once the man found out, he wanted repayment. Eupora would eventually come up with an evil plan to pay off her debt. While living a double life, Eupora was dating a man named Eric Hamilton. She knew that Eric kept a decent amount of marijuana in his apartment, and she knew it was enough to repay her debt. She contacted the man she owed money to, and they came up with a plan. On July 26, 2019, Eupora and Eric returned to his apartment around 4 a.m. after attending a party with.
So Shawty made bad with a nigga, right? And then to repay the debt to that nigga, basically put him on a play and told him about a lick where he could then get a bunch of work. And they was gonna go and do the, you know what I'm saying, bust the play together. This shit crazy, dog.
Once they got
dirty,
inside
bro.
the apartment, Eupora opened up a window and texted the man she owed money the address and instructions on how to find the marijuana in the back room. When the man entered the apartment, he confronted Eric in the bedroom and shot him multiple times, including in the forehead. Eupora heard Eric still making noises after he had been shot, so she grabbed a pillow and covered his face with it. She then stole the marijuana with her accomplice and fled the scene. At some point after the murder, she posted to her Facebook account that she was selling a 9mm handgun. The weapon that killed Eric was a 9mm handgun.
Got him.
Y'all already know what time it is. It seems like y'all go out here and do these malicious felonies, and y'all immediately turn around to go advertise the shit to social media, dog. Like, it never fails. Like, you can almost guarantee these days if somebody out here do a crime, within 24 to 48 hours, they're gonna post some type of hint on social media. They might just be straight blunt and just go in, or it's gonna be some type of little crumbs or some type of little gem they try to drop to let you know they know what the fuck going on. That's just how these new niggas move, dog. That shit's so weird to me, bro. When I was growing up, we wouldn't have knew about what the fuck we was doing, bro.
Her
That shit
behavior
don't make
led
no damn
police to
sense.
suspect her, and she was eventually arrested. Eupora confessed everything to the police, and she was charged with first-degree murder. She was ultimately sentenced to 25 years in prison. A debt from an unnecessary situation that a woman brought upon herself was enough for her to arrange the cold-blooded murder of her boyfriend.
These
They were
two goofies.
preteens who shared a friendship into
Get
adulthood.
'em.
Tonight, one of them is accused of brutally murdering the other in Naperville, then dumping his body in Chicago. CBS 2's Chelsea Irving walks us through the investigation.
A boy and a girl in middle
Bro,
school,
what?
forming a friendship that would last more than a decade. But
Middle
prosecutors
school.
say that girl, now 21-year-old Cassandra Green of Rockford, would grow up to kill her friend.
Our next story involves an evil mother that convinced her son's girlfriend to backdoor her childhood friend.
Man, what the
One day,
fuck?
in
Is
January
that
of
a demon on
2018,
your face? What
a
is that
woman
on
named
your
Cassandra
face,
Green
man?
was scrolling through social media when she
They
saw
got
an
a
old
demon
childhood
on her
friend
face?
had made posts showing off money and drugs. The old friend that she saw was a man named Michael Almen.
So you done known this man since y'all was like little kids, and you seen him flexing some money on some posts and just went in for the kill, huh? Y'all
Cassandra
grimy,
was sitting
man.
next
That
to her
shit crazy,
boyfriend
bro.
named Ernest Collins
Grimy.
and his mother named Candace Jones. Cassandra showed both of them the
It's
post.
goofy.
The mother, Candace's eyes
His
lit up
mother.
as soon as she saw the post, as she realized she had a valuable target on her hands. She became fixated on robbing him for everything he had.
Wow.
Candace talked the couple into it, then sent them to rob Michael's apartment on
Man,
4
you out
different
here getting the
occasions
mix with
where they
these
failed
jits.
each time. Frustrated with the failure, she gave her son Ernest a gun and devised a new plan to try to rob Michael again and shoot him when he got in their car. Since Michael and Cassandra were childhood friends, they all knew that she could easily convince him to link up with her, and that's exactly what she did. On January 14th, 2018, at around 9:11 p.m., Michael received a message from Cassandra arranging for her to come pick
They
him
got
up
that
in
boy.
her car. Shortly after receiving the message, Cassandra arrived at Michael's apartment and he hopped into her vehicle.
They was cool,
Cassandra
so
then
he ain't
drove
gonna
around
think
for
too
5
much of it.
minutes when the boyfriend, Ernest,
And he don't even
emerged
really
from
look like
hiding
he
in the
was.
back of the car and shot
He
Michael
didn't look like he
twice
was
in
really
the back of
involved
the
in
head.
no street
The
shit
couple
like
then
that.
traveled
To
to the
be
mother
honest.
Candace's house in Chicago. There, they came up with a plan to hide the body. They placed Michael's body in a garbage can and then put the garbage can in Candace's garage. They later moved the garbage can to the garage of the vacant house next to her home. The following day, Ernest and Cassandra took Michael's keys and robbed his apartment. On January 14, 2018, Naperville police officers responded to a call on Whispering Hills Drive regarding a missing Naperville resident. After receiving this call, they launched an investigation into Michael's disappearance. His body wouldn't be discovered until several months later after police probed reports they received of a foul smell coming from a vacant home. After a short investigation, all 3 defendants were identified and apprehended. Candace was taken into custody on February 6, 2019 in Chicago, while Ernest and Cassandra were taken into custody on February 4, 2019 in Rockford. Ernest was ultimately sentenced to 70 years in prison for murder and an additional 28 years for armed robbery. Candace received a 40-year sentence for murder and 21 years for armed robbery. Both will serve their time in the Illinois Department of Corrections. Cassandra got the least time of them all. She received a 21-year sentence after agreeing to plead guilty to 1 count of armed robbery with a firearm in exchange for her cooperation. A couple thousand in drug money.
I ain't gonna cap, just since all of them had something to do with it, and ultimately it cost somebody their life. And they all think, I mean, you could differentiate the charges or who did exactly what, but they all was involved in the crime that led to somebody dying at the end of the day. So, I mean, I don't get it. I don't be understanding these different years and well, you get 25 of this, and you get this amount, you get 80 years, and you get 400. Like, why we just can't simply say life, bro? Just cut to the chase, just say life, bro. You just gonna be in here till the fucking day you die,
was
bro.
enough for a woman
Like,
to
that's
arrange
it.
the murder of her childhood friend and a mother to convince her son to kill. The last story involves a woman that taunted her baby daddy's ops, then leaked his address on social media to intentionally get him killed. In March of 2024, a woman going by the name Marlene Romero on Facebook made a shocking post on her account. She posted, "My baby daddy got the weakest ops. He just keeps coming home alive and untouched. And he snitch on half of y'all, and he rob half of y'all. Anyways, he is not located in 4250 North Kimball. I repeat, he is not." Marlene clearly had bad blood with her baby father, a man named Bernardo Romero. It's rumored that she stabbed him in the
She might
past,
take the cake,
leading to an
y'all.
arrest. Shortly
She
after
might
Marlene
take the
leaves his
cake.
location,
That's
Bernardo's
crazy
ops
right
came
here.
after him. On March 17, 2024, Bernardo was on his front porch when two masked men on foot confronted him and pulled out their guns. They shot him 5 times in the chest. The shooters then fled the scene on foot and drove away in a white SUV. At the time of making this video, no arrests have been made, and the police have not officially linked Marlene's Facebook post to the murder. Chicago is truly
Still
a
on the
grimy
run.
city. It seems like backdoor
Wow.
activity
How?
is at an all-time high. RIP to Eric
mean,
Hamilton, Michael Almendarez, and
that's
Bernardo
wild,
Romero.
dog.
Let me know you guys.
How? That's crazy, fool. So she posts that shit, and then it ultimately lead to him getting blicked up, and they getting the drop on him, but she don't get charged for the shit, man. Man, y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what the fuck y'all think, man. This shit here crazy, dog. Man, I'm out.